It's another lady of the house kind of day, and today we are going to be discussing housekeeping for Saturday. Welcome back. I am in my car because we are going to be talking about housekeeping in our cars as well as the outdoors. So I really wanted to be outdoors today, but it's too windy and you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I thought, well, we will skip that, even though it would be so much prettier, but that's okay. So before we get into discussing all the different things that we do in these different areas, we will cover the 6-point system that I have for the everyday checklist, which if you are looking for my everyday checklist for housekeeping and the everyday for the lady of the house, you can go on my Patreon channel and I have that free for everyone. The first point is to present ourselves as ladies. This means that we are getting up, we are getting ready for the day, we are going to present ourselves in a lovely way, and that means getting completely dressed, doing our hair, doing a little bit of makeup if you so wish, and then also making sure that you brush your teeth, just putting your best face forward, best foot forward, whatever you want to say. And then after that, we are going to take care of our room. So on that list, I say to make your bed because that is the beginning of doing that portion, which is taking care of your bedroom. Because if we find a place to begin every single time that we are done getting ready, then it just makes it so much easier to continue on and to stay focused. So that is why I say to make your bed. And then of course you want to keep that space very nice and peaceful. So you want to leave your bedroom better than you found it. And then after that, if you do not have children and you were able to keep up with the laundry all week long, then you really shouldn't have any laundry to do today. And if you do have kids and hopefully you've been giving them days of the week that they can complete their laundry, then that would be done and nobody would need to do their laundry. However, there are times where things come up, as is life, and maybe somebody wasn't able to do their laundry on their laundry day. So this is a catch-up day if you need to. However, I was on top of my laundry all week long, and my kids were able to complete theirs on their days to do their laundry. So today our washer machine gets a break, which is really nice. And then I can just focus on cleaning up the kitchen. So if you have a big breakfast today, I would say to do this after you make a big breakfast. But I know if your kitchen was not clean the night before, you might want to clean it before you get breakfast going, which is something that I would do as well. However, last night, our dishes were pretty much done. So today it was just the breakfast dishes. Now after, I would say that you can have your family load their dishes in the dishwasher if you want to, or if somebody else has the chore of doing dishes, then you would instruct them to do that then. But if it is you, then you would do it. Or if everybody else had somewhere else to go and you are the one completing the dishes, just making sure that your kitchen is clean. That way, as you go about straightening everything up and tidying your home, then you are not paying that kind of attention to your kitchen. It doesn't feel like the house is clean if our kitchen is a mess. So we can tidy all day long, but if the kitchen is a mess, then it just feels like it's for nothing. So making sure that that is done, and then we can quickly do a tidy, making sure that our guest bathroom is nice and neat and tidy as well. And if you have, like for myself, I have a dog that constantly goes into the bathroom and goes to the bathroom where everybody goes to the bathroom. So he can't quite make it to the toilet, but it's something that I just have to take care of every single day. So we love our dogs, and so that is something that we make an exception for. But it's just something that needs to be done every day. So there I am with my bleach cleaner going in there, cleaning that up every day. And it just makes me feel good knowing that I was able to do a once over on the bathroom, and it keeps it nice and clean. I wouldn't say it keeps it tidy because it gets a mess. It is untidy every single day after the kids use it, no matter how many times I ask. It's just something that happens. So that is a space that I go back through and I make sure to tidy if they forgot certain things. And then after that, which, by the way, if your kids are home, I would encourage you to encourage them to get up and do these things as well. And then that way everything isn't resting on you. But for the purposes of this video, I am showing myself doing all of these different things. So after we do a quick tidy of our home and our guest bathroom, then we are going to be designing the menu. This could be very simple today, especially if maybe you have pizza tonight or something like takeout. Whatever it is, you are making sure to write it down or just to have that plan so that you know. So I say to design your menu, and this can also be for lunch. It could be for breakfast the next day. I would say that you're probably doing this after breakfast. I don't know. I would just think that maybe you would be designing breakfast for the next day. That way it's not something that you're at a loss for the day of. So that could be something that you think. And by the way, I just want to talk about the menu. Where is my menu here? So in the Lady of the House newsletter that I released yesterday over on Patreon, at the bottom, there is this beautiful menu. It's called the menu, and it's just part of the printable that I have there, and it has a space for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And one of the things that I would suggest, if you do have a membership there, then you would print maybe 7 of these or however many dinners you know on hand that your family loves. That way you are not reinventing the wheel every single week or just whatever it is. If you want to have something like a menu card that you can pull for that day, maybe even make it part of your grocery list when you are thinking about it. You just have your menus already ready and it looks beautiful. It just makes you happy to look at it, and it's already done. All the work is done for you. So I would say maybe sit down and do this with even your family just to see what everybody would like. Maybe even assign a whole day to one person within your family that they can brainstorm what kind of things they would think would be good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then you can write all of those things nicely on your menu card, and then you can reference those every single day or each week and have a plan. Now that the everyday is complete, let's talk about how wonderful it is when we take care of our cars. It can just make you feel amazing. Okay, to have a clean car, there's just something about it. Even when it smells good, it looks good, you feel good. So making sure that you take at least a day every single week to get everything out of your car that doesn't belong. This would be great if you just brought a grocery bag with you so that you can gather all the things that need to be taken out of the car. You can even hand a grocery bag to one of your kids if you have kids and they make a really big mess in the back. Everybody can get involved in this. And then you would just empty the car out. That's the first thing. And then the next thing would be to dust everything off. You could just get a washcloth and maybe some great smelling cleaner that you have. They have car cleaners, all those different kind of things. Whatever you use to clean your car, then you would dust everything off. You would take it to get it vacuumed. If you don't have one that you can use at home, they have car washes that offer free vacuums. So I would encourage you to find a place that does that. Where I live, we have a Terrible Herfs and they offer free vacuums for anybody. You don't even need to have a membership, but I do have the monthly membership because I love to get my car washed too. So after you dust your car, then you would vacuum it out. You could also get it washed this day. But of course, every single Saturday, you don't need to do all of these different things, but at least emptying out your car, I think, is the most important thing. And just look it over. It's not that hard to wipe things down either. So that's something that would be pretty easy. And then after that, you want to take care of your windows, your mirrors. This is something that you would bring maybe your own, paper towels or microfiber cloths or whatever you use to wipe mirrors down. This would be a good time to do that as well. And then it's also a great time to fill your gas tank up. So I love to do this first thing in the morning on a Saturday because it just gives me some time to myself and I like to just get it done. And there's something about taking care of business right away that makes a person feel so accomplished in the day, even on a Saturday. So everybody else seems to be, lingering and just kind of being lazy on Saturday. Sometimes I like to as well, but for the most part, I like to get going. And that gives me just something to focus on right away. And it just, it's kind of like a little escape. And I just there's something about going through a car wash that is so much fun. So I left that whole thing in here. And finally, I have the outdoors as far as what we need to be taking care of every single week. So, especially in the winter, you might not be, doing all these different things, but there might be something that you do need to take care of as far as the outdoors goes. And maybe that is even just where you enter. Maybe that is taking care of your door. Maybe it is taking care of whatever has blown up by the entry. Then you would like to sweep all of that away. It's just so nice to walk up to a well-kept door, a front door that the whole patio has been swept off, the entryway, the door looks nice and clean, and then also the doorbell. Don't forget the doorbell. That is something that many people would end up touching, and so we want to make sure that that is nice and clean as well. But also the doorknobs, because of course, so many people are touching that. So this is a really great time just to quickly focus on something like that. It doesn't have to take long at all. As we get closer to spring, we might be doing a lot more outside, like washing our windows or raking up the debris or pruning our plants. All of those things we would be focusing on this day. By making sure that this is part of your routine, it ensures that nothing is going to get too overwhelming for you, and you are just going to feel so much more at peace. So I hope that you have been finding this whole housekeeping and the everyday for the lady of the house method very easy and rewarding. That's what it is to me, is really rewarding. I mean, I guess there's really no such thing as easy when it's going to be worth it. If you have missed any of the other days, I hope that you will go back and watch beginning on Monday. So I have Monday all the way to Saturday so far, and tomorrow will be the final video in this series. you.